In February 1945, the Allies line up in these fields to strike into the very heart of the Rhineland. The war is now coming home to Nazi Germany, and the fight will be desperate and horrific. The Battle of the Rhineland rages on for 6 bloody weeks. The Allied objective is the Rhine River, the last barrier to the Nazi homeland. But to reach it, the Canadians first have to fight a series of nasty and costly battles. One in particular takes place in the tiny hamlet of Mooshof. Near these humble buildings, one of Canada's most heroic acts of the war takes place. On February 26th, a 24-year-old sergeant named Aubrey Cosens from the Queen's Own Rifles will earn the highest award for valor to be bestowed upon a Canadian soldier.
Aubrey Cosens' Victoria Cross was won towards the end of the day. They had come a long way, and they had one tank in support.
The officer had been killed, and then Aubrey's platoon is pretty well wiped out. And he's left with about 4 men.
And there was a farm building, a group of buildings, 3 buildings. And this Sergeant Cosens, each tank has a way of communicating to the tank commander. And he ordered the tank commander to bash the stone brick building in to get the enemy out of there.
Aubrey guided the tank to the building and got him to push the wall in. Then he got off with his Sten gun, and he went in and he silenced the people in the house. He went on to the 2nd and 3rd house, and a sniper got him.
Bill Bettridge, from the Queen's Own Rifles, returns to Mooshof, Germany.
This is a plaque that replaced Sergeant Cosens' original plaque, which was a brass plate that was stolen. It's quite a big piece, so I guess it's worth a few money, half-inch brass. And so we had one made out of granite, and someone installed this. I don't know who installed it. I was one of the guys to come and put the wreath in a few years later. So I don't think it's in the right place. Well, for one reason, there's a window right here. And I can't see no disfiguration in the brickwork, which would have given me some clue as to where the hole in the wall was made.
As a fellow Queen's Own Rifleman, it's important for Bill Bettridge to find the exact spot where Cosens' actions earned him the Victoria Cross.
Nothing so far. Well, I'm looking for some clues here to tell us where Sergeant Aubrey ordered our tank to break a hole through this wall. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. You can see where the brickwork has been redone in this area. This is sure as the devil where he hit the wall. Yeah, do you see the difference here in the brick? Yeah. And as you go over farther, you can see where the other side has been repatched up. If you look closely, you can see the clues where the old brick was patched in. You can see it plain as day. So there's no doubt that this is the area where Sergeant Cosens broke the wall in. But once that wall was broke in, they started to surrender, and the fight was almost over, but unfortunately, Sergeant Cosens was killed in the act of getting through. He only had 4 men left, He's almost doing it all himself. So it was pretty tough going. He certainly deserved the Victoria Cross.
Aubrey Cosens now lies buried in Grosse Peak Cemetery near the German border. Alongside him are fellow Queen's Own who died that very day. One wonders how many more would have joined him if not for his heroic actions at Mooshof.